Hi everyone, my name is Angelica. I'm an EOP academic counselor here at Fresno State. I'm presenting today's PDQ webinar for fall 2016. I hope you get a lot out of it, and remember, if you need any help, please give us a call at 278-1787. We know you're in academic difficulty right now, but we're here to help you get back into good standing. So I'll see you in about 30 minutes.
Hello, and welcome to the Educational Opportunity Program's Next Step Workshop for students on academic probation or academic disqualification readmitted for fall 2016. Winston Churchill, British Prime Minister during World War II, is quoted as saying, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." As you continue with your educational career at Fresno State, I wanted to remind you of your responsibilities this semester. We understand that you are experiencing some academic difficulties, and we want to provide you with information and resources that will help you get back into good standing. I encourage you to take notes and jot down questions. I will be reviewing the probation disqualification policy, often referred to as PDQ policy, tools to help you get back on track, including the SMART Goals model and time management, and the Academic Success Action Plan, wherein you will be setting your own SMART goals that you are required to complete. We will also watch a short video, The Nature of Success. You will be asked to complete a short quiz to confirm that you completed the Next Step workshop, and if you have questions, I will direct you to the Student Success Services Office, where EOP is housed, to make an appointment with your EOP counselor. Let's jump right in and tackle some common mistakes that students in academic difficulty make. I understand your desire to do everything and anything to get back on track, but I want to reassure you that it's okay to take a pause and take it slow. I know you are capable of great things, but I also know that you may have other responsibilities outside of your academics that also require your attention, and that often contribute to your academic difficulty. If the circumstances that have contributed to your academic difficulty have not changed or improved from one semester to the next, why take more units than you can handle? Again, it's okay to ease back into classes. You also want to pay attention to the rigor or difficulty of the classes in which you are registered. Are they classes that from the start you know you might struggle in, or courses that you are repeating in which you did struggle? I want you to build your confidence and take classes that you need, but that also allow you to successfully complete the semester with good grades. Each semester we find that students who are struggling don't come in and see us. We don't want you to be afraid if you are struggling or failing a course. We meet with students every day who are struggling, and in addition to reviewing policies such as grade substitutions, we want to know what's going well and how you are, so we can provide options, resource information, referrals, and encouragement. Many students don't understand the grade substitution policy and sometimes repeat classes using limited substitution units for which they have other options. We want to review how the grade substitution policy can work for you and inform you about other resources that are available. One of the reasons that many students struggle is that they do not regularly invest the time to take advantage of the many resources available to them on campus, such as tutoring, supplemental instruction, counseling, workshops, activities, and much more. Your education at Fresno State is not just about going to class and doing homework. I encourage you to try at least one new resource this upcoming semester. Let's review the PDQ policy and your requirements for fall 2016. This is the student level chart. As you can see, your student level is determined by the number of units you have earned or completed, not the number of years you have been in school. This information can be found on your unofficial transcript and your degree progress report, or DPR. To be in good standing as an undergraduate, you must have at least a 2.0 campus and cumulative GPA, regardless of your student level. Cumulative GPA includes any transfer coursework. Also, notice that as you move from freshman to senior level, you have less room for error in your academic performance before you are disqualified. For example, A freshman student can have a campus or cumulative GPA of 1.5 and fall into probation, whereas a sophomore, junior, or senior with a campus or cumulative GPA of 1.5 falls into disqualification. You might wonder, why is this? We'll answer that question when we discuss how else does my GPA affect me. Let's review the consequences of your academic standing. New policies affecting students in academic difficulty have been enacted. All students who are on academic probation or disqualified readmitted will have a spring 2017 registration hold. Priority registration for spring 2017 starts Monday, October 31st, 2016. However, you must meet with your EOP counselor to establish an Academic Success Action Plan, or ASAP, no later than Monday, September 12th, to have your hold removed, for you to register during the week of October 31st through November 4th. You must also complete a Maximizing Academic Potential, or MAP, workshop by Friday, September 30th. You will be limited to 13 units per semester until you are back in good standing. If you are disqualified readmitted, you must earn a term GPA of 2.0 or higher in fall 2016, or a C average. Let's review some other consequences of a low GPA. Remember that as your student level increases from freshman to senior, you have less range in your GPA to earn failing grades before you are academically disqualified and disenrolled from the university. This is because you must earn at least a 2.0 GPA or higher to graduate. This also includes your major GPA. In addition, if you want to change your major or you are ready to declare, some majors will not accept you if your GPA is below a 2.0. You might also be required to maintain a higher minimum to pursue options within your major. Check with your major department advisor to discuss consequences that affect your major goals. You might also be asked to meet a GPA requirement for employment or scholarship eligibility. Furthermore, if you are interested in graduate school, many programs require a minimum prerequisite GPA that you must meet to be considered for admittance, and to be a competitive candidate in some programs. Your GPA must be even higher. To remind you to visit your EOP counselor, an EOP Advising Required Service indicator will be placed in your student portal under Important Info and Holds. This is different than the registration hold that will be placed in your student portal, but requires that you meet with your EOP counselor. Once you have met with your EOP counselor and have completed your ASAP, this service indicator will be removed. For more details about the service indicator or any of the items in your Important Info and Holds, click on Details and you will be directed to a different screen. On the next screen, you can select the item for which you want more details, and finally, after selecting an item, a screen with instructions will appear. This is an example of the screen you will see when you select details for the EOP service indicator, which includes our office phone number. While searching for quotes about positive change online, I found this one. You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. So you may already be taking steps this summer, changing your daily habits to improve your academic performance this upcoming semester. Maybe you started implementing a plan in the spring, or the circumstances that were contributing to your poor academic performance in spring have changed for the better. Let's review some additional tools that might help you get back on track. One strategy that you probably use every day without knowing it is setting goals. So why set goals? Implementing change is about setting short, such as daily, weekly, and monthly, as well as long-term goals for the semester, the year, and 5 or more years. It has been found that individuals who learn the secrets of goal setting and committing to those goals throughout completion will typically achieve more of the things that they want to, and perhaps some unexpected things in their lives, making life more full in general. People who successfully implement goals and work strategically to ensure that they meet their goals often experience more success in their performances throughout life. Goals can also be beneficial in creating a great deal of motivation in a person. And those who set goals and are successful in meeting those goals are often the ones that are more satisfied with their work and have higher levels of self-confidence. Effective goal setting is beneficial in many ways because it creates a general can-do attitude and results in higher levels of happiness throughout life. Let's review the SMART Goals model. It's an awesome tool to help you maximize your goal setting. SMART is an acronym meaning that each letter of the word SMART refers to an important component of setting SMART goals. Remember, goals are specific. Specific goals are much more likely to be accomplished than vague ones. A specific goal can be determined by asking the following questions. Who? Who is involved? SMART goals don't depend on the involvement of too many people. Remember, the only person you can control is yourself, so the achievement of your goal should depend on you. What? What do you want to accomplish? Define your aim so you will have a clear idea of what you are aiming for. A vague, I just want to be a better person, is not a specific goal. Where? Where will you work on your goal? Identify a location or locations where most of the work towards your goal will be carried out. If your home is the main base, you may need to revamp a few things. Maybe try the Henry Madden Library or one of your local county libraries. When? When do you hope to accomplish your goal? Set a time frame and a specific deadline for completion. Having a specific end date will keep you from procrastinating. Which factors will affect the success of your goal? What requirements do you have and what limitations will you have to deal with? Being prepared for obstacles makes them easier to surmount. Why? Why do you want to reach this goal? The reasons behind your choice of a goal are just as important as the goal itself. Looking at those reasons can often tell you quite a bit about yourself. SMART goals are measurable. You should be able to see the progress you are making. This allows you to feel the thrill of each milestone reached and keeps you on track for completion of your goal. The way you find out if your goal is truly measurable is to ask another set of questions. How much? How much studying do I want to do? How many? How many A's, B's, and C's do I want to earn? How will I know? How will I know when my goal is reached? Charts are a great way for you to track your progress and measure how much of your goal you have achieved. SMART goals are action-oriented. You will be working on your Academic Success Action Plan, or ASAP shortly. Follow your plan of action and stick to it. SMART goals are also realistic. They are goals that are achievable and attainable. They represent what you know you are capable of with the resources that you have and that you are willing to utilize. Do not set yourself up for failure. SMART goals are time-bound. If you don't have a time frame for pursuing your goal, you have no real impetus. Someday is not an acceptable deadline. Setting a date for the completion of your goal puts you in motion mentally and sets the pace for a steady race to the finish. SMART goal setting takes into account all of the guidelines above and helps you develop a right state of mind and a game plan for getting things done. Let's review some examples of short and long-term goals. Short-term goals are things like pass History 11 with an A. Choose a major by the end of this semester. Meet my EOP counselor or major advisor within 2 weeks. Join a club or student organization by the end of this semester. And study at least 3 hours a day this week. Tutoring and SI also count. Long-term goals are things like earn a 3.8 GPA by the first semester of my senior year. Get into an internship related to my career by junior year. Apply to graduate school in the first semester of my last year. And land a job in my career field within 6 months of graduation. Do you see how your short-term goals support your long-term goals and may even be tied to each other? What are some of the daily and weekly habits you can develop to make sure you are taking steps to accomplish your goals? One skill that everyone, regardless of whether you are a student or a professional juggling multiple responsibilities, can improve on is time management. Time management is behavior management. For example, you have the choice to study and work on homework or go out with your friends. You have the choice to tackle your problems on your own or seek out academic advising or counseling. Ask yourself these questions. Do I find myself doing things that interfere with my schoolwork simply because I hate to say no to people? Do I feel that I am in charge of my own time? Do I believe that there is room for improvement in the way that I manage my time? Do I make a list of things that I have to do each day? Do I work on assignments that the night before they are due? Do I regularly, daily or weekly, review my class materials even though there are no upcoming exams? Do I have a set of goals for the entire semester? If you are struggling with time and behavior management, here are a few tips. Learn to say no. Communicate your academic goals to people, but don't feel you have to justify yourself. Look ahead and set goals. Take some time at the beginning of the semester and even a few minutes every day to list the things you want to accomplish. Get your body and mind in shape. Take care of yourself. You are most productive if you are well, both physically and mentally. You may feel the urge to push yourself beyond your limits, but you have to ask yourself, am I being efficient and doing quality work? Don't put things off. This is where breaking down longer-term goals into smaller goals comes in handy, like working on your term paper a few hours each week. Tackle the toughest part of an assignment. Sometimes we procrastinate on the toughest part of an assignment for a multitude of reasons, such as fear of failure or striving for perfection, a lack of confidence. But sometimes giving yourself a 5 or 10 minute contract to say, okay, I'm going to work on this difficult problem for 5 minutes, then assess where I am, can make the difference between getting started and waiting until the very last minute to tackle a tough task. Be flexible. Forgive yourself and start again. We know unexpected situations or distractions can detour us, so just make sure you make plans to get back on the path to your goal. One of the tools that can help you manage your time is a daily, weekly, or monthly planner. This can also help you develop a daily routine, but allows you to be flexible and stay on track. I encourage students to also include their weekly activities on their schedule, such as time with family or a significant other, time for rest and relaxation, physical activity, and hobbies. Now let's put these tools to use. You must complete an Academic Success Action Plan, or ASAP, and follow up with your EOP counselor to review your plan in order to clear your hold for spring 2017 registration. I want to remind you that you must meet with your EOP counselor before Monday, September 12th with your completed ASAP. Both you and your counselor will sign the ASAP. Remember, it's up to you to take the first step and schedule your appointment. You are in charge. If you need some inspiration, here is a short video which includes some very applicable quotes. My favorite quote from the video is, "Many things will catch your eye, only a few will catch your heart. Pursue those." Remember to focus on what is important and don't be afraid to seek the resources you need to pursue your goals. Fresno State has a multitude of student support resources to address your needs, including academic resources such as tutoring and SI, resources to address your physical and mental health and wellness, such as the Student Health and Counseling Center and the Student Recreation Center. In addition, student financial services, the Career Development Center, financial aid, and even the Food Security Project are great resources for financial management and literacy. These are just some of the services that can help you manage the circumstances and habits that are contributing to your academic difficulty. We want to help you develop a career plan and goals, provide academic advising, and create a graduation plan so that you are not only a successful student, but you can successfully pursue a career after graduation. Remember, student life is not just about going to class and doing homework. Get involved on campus. Come see your EOP counselor to review the resources and options that will work for you. To schedule your appointment, call the Student Success Services front desk in Joel 224 at 559-278-1787. Listen to all of the options and select the one that will allow you to schedule your appointment or visit the front desk in Joel 224. If you are a first or second year student, your EOP counselor in fall 2016 is Tuette, Maria, Davion, John, or Judy. Continue checking your Fresno State email and student portal throughout the summer for updates and more important information. If you are a transfer student, third year student, junior or senior, your EOP counselor in fall 2016 will be Dennis, Angelica, Lupe, or Wayne, depending on the first letter of your last name. Again, continue checking your Fresno State email and student portal throughout the summer. If you are part of the Renaissance Scholars Program, contact your advisor, Adriana Vasquez. And if you are part of the Dream Success Center, contact Gabi Encinas to complete your Academic Success Action Plan, or ASAP. Now that you have completed the Next Step workshop, it's time for the next step. Don't forget to take the online quiz to confirm that you have completed the workshop. I hope you were taking notes. If you have questions, concerns, comments, or need clarification, don't hesitate to contact us. Again, our phone number is 559-278-1787, or you can stop by Joel 224. We hope to see you all soon.
Welcome back, everyone. Again, my name is Angelica. Remember to give us a call at the Student Success Services front desk at 278-1787. Meet with your EOP counselor by September 12, 2016 to get your Spring 2017 registration hold lifted. We hope to hear from you soon.